Greetings, fellow survivors. It's a privilege to connect with you again on this channel. If you're joining us for the first time, I encourage you to subscribe and become part of our growing community of thrivers who are navigating the aftermath of narcissistic abuse. Your support through likes, shares, and comments is invaluable in helping us reach others who may be struggling. I'm eager to hear your thoughts and experiences, so please share them in the comment section below. For those seeking personalized support, links to my life coaching sessions are available in the description box. As a certified life coach, I'm dedicated to assisting you on this challenging journey. Today, I want to address a particularly striking phenomenon: the profound shock and disturbance a narcissist experiences when you reclaim your power and move on. It's a jarring disruption to their carefully constructed reality. Many of you have observed that upon finally taking that decisive step toward reclaiming your agency, the narcissist often becomes conspicuously quiet. They might project an air of nonchalance, attempting to convey disinterest or even suggest they have moved on to greener pastures. They might try to create the illusion that they found someone better, but these are mere fabrications, desperate attempts to mask their deep-seated fear of rejection, their profound terror of abandonment, and their utter unpreparedness to lose at their own manipulative game. But how do they lose their own game? They lose when their victim awakens, reclaims their power, and finds the strength to detach. The core of the problem lies in the victim's initial attachment, their blindness, their confusion, and their perceived weakness in the face of the narcissist's manipulations. This perceived vulnerability is precisely what the narcissist exploited, what they thrived upon. They relished the power dynamic where their victim bowed down to them, treating them with undeserved reverence, regardless of the filth they'd brought into the relationship. And by filth, I mean the pervasive cycle of cheating, lies, and deceit. They lacked the genuine capacity to attend to your needs, exhibiting such a profound lack of empathy that you were left to suffer in isolation, even with a partner by your side. You found yourself raising children alone, navigating life's challenges single-handedly, generating ideas independently. You were the mature partner, essentially dealing with a grown adult behaving like a spoiled, demanding child, a demon baby, as some might say. And the narcissist is acutely aware of this childish behavior. This awareness is precisely why they were so driven to drain your energy, to exploit you as a mother figure, a nurturer. You were, in essence, parenting them. Eventually, the relentless strain takes its toll. You grow weary of trying to help someone who refuses to help themselves. You begin to discern the mask they wear, recognizing that their initial charm was nothing more than a manipulative tactic to gain control. You come to the stark realization that this person has nothing of substance to offer, that they are solely present to extract whatever they can. They are takers, pure and simple. You find yourself parenting their children, transforming their house into a home. You may have even welcomed them into your own home, offering them support and stability. And beyond that, you enhanced their image, boosting their self-esteem and inflating their fragile ego, completely unaware that this was their pre-existing state. They were always empty, plagued by deep-seated insecurities. Your presence, your support, created a false sense of grandeur, crowning them with an undeserved aura of importance based on a carefully constructed deception. They made you fall in love with a phantom, an illusion. They likely even married the idealized image you projected onto them, the image they so effectively mirrored. Therefore, when you awaken from this deception, transitioning from victim to survivor, escaping their clutches and forging a new path, the reason for their sudden silence becomes clear. They're stunned. They're speechless. They've retreated, either physically or emotionally, or they're putting on a charade of blissful happiness. Narcissists are never prepared to confront the reality of their loss, the fact that they were defeated at their own twisted game. The person they believed they had trapped has escaped. The person saw through their carefully crafted facade. The person grew weary of giving to a relentless taker. And now they must move on, desperately attempting to replicate this cycle with someone new, hoping to find another individual like you, a futile endeavor. When they lose someone as remarkable as you, there is no replacement. They might find someone adequate, someone with financial resources, perhaps, but they will never find another you. You are the complete package, the entire embodiment of what they desperately crave, but are incapable of reciprocating. The narcissist knew this all along. Their silence speaks volumes. It's a testament to the profound hurt and defeat the narcissist is experiencing. They've retreated, adopting a posture of indifference, pointedly ignoring your existence. But make no mistake, they see your posts, they're aware of your progress. Whether actively seeking information about you or desperately trying to avoid it, the truth seeps in. They recoil from the prospect of encountering evidence of your healing, of hearing about your flourishing success. They dread hearing about your radiant transformation, the whispers of new love and genuine affection entering your life. They fear the confirmation that you've moved on, that someone is finally treating you with the respect and admiration you deserve. This is a reality they are utterly unprepared to face. In the vast majority of cases, I'd venture to say at least 90%, the narcissist, post-relationship, will vanish, retreating into the shadows. A Hoover attempt may or may not follow, perhaps months or even years later. But even between these attempts, especially when you steadfastly ignore them during your healing process, you inflict significant damage. You are dismantling their manipulative game, delivering a decisive checkmate. This isn't a simple game of checkers. It's a strategic game of chess, a decisive end to their reign of manipulation. They are left in a state of shock, consumed by shame, exposed, and deeply wounded. The narcissist simply cannot endure this. They cannot bear the knowledge that you are thriving in their absence. Yet deep down, they know it to be true. Many of you reach out, questioning the absence of a Hoover. Why haven't I been hoovered? You ask. The answer is often simple. They lack the narcissistic nerve to attempt it. They recognize your strength, your resilience. They observe you throughout the relationship, even as they were exploiting you. They are aware of your inherent qualities, your worth, your potential. They know you are capable of achieving great things. They know that once you heal from the heartbreak, the betrayal, the crushing disappointment, you will not merely survive, you will thrive. They recognized this thriving spirit, and that's precisely why they were initially drawn to you. They may have even told you that your presence in their life was a blessing. And in a twisted way, that wasn't a complete lie. You were a positive force, a source of light and positive change. They were blessed to have you. You undeniably impacted their life. It's their inherent narcissism that ultimately caused them to lose you. No matter what you gave, what you invested, what you sacrificed, they remain trapped in their own self-destructive patterns. Now that you've left, they grapple with the bitter taste of defeat. They are terrified of hearing about your glow-up because they know it's inevitable. They recognize your unwavering determination, your powerful drive to achieve your goals, your innate ability to motivate and inspire others. They know that once you severed ties with their toxic, narcissistic self, you would gain clarity, strength, and achieve remarkable success. They know they were actively hindering your progress, intentionally holding you back, acting as an obstacle to your growth. They knew this because they deliberately engaged in behaviors designed to diminish you, to keep you down, to keep you tethered to them. But their efforts were ultimately futile. You escaped. You are not just better, you are thriving. You feel stronger, you have rediscovered your true self, and they can't help but notice. Despite their attempts to ignore you, to shield themselves from the truth, your radiance is undeniable. People are talking, word is spreading about the remarkable transformation you've undergone. It's evident that you are not the same person. You may have initially retreated to heal, but you have emerged stronger, more resilient. Some of you might still be on that journey, but even as you climb out of the darkness, your strength and resilience shine through. And the narcissist desperately doesn't want to witness your success. They often initiate hoovers, hoping to find you broken, longing for their return, desperate and miserable. This is why no contact is so crucial, why unwavering adherence to it is essential. The hoover is a test, a probe to gauge your emotional state, to assess your vulnerability. Can I get back in? Are they still weak enough to be manipulated? Can I exploit them further? Can I deliver the final blow and prevent them from thriving? I don't want them to tap into their full potential. They're going to be amazing, and I won't be there to control it. These check-ins, as they are, must be ignored. The more you resist and dodge these hoovers, the more steadfast you remain in no contact, the more visibly distraught the narcissist becomes. They begin to unravel, struggling to maintain the illusion of happiness. They are still narcissists. Nothing has fundamentally changed. They simply don't want you to perceive their decline. The truth is, they are suffering deeply. Because they are narcissists, and they know you are not. They know you are inherently good. They know they never truly deserved you. They know you are destined for great things. They desperately avoid witnessing your success because a mere glimpse will reignite their desire to return and inflict further damage, to reclaim a piece of what they lost. Their feigned indifference, their attempts to appear unbothered, their fabricated happiness, it's all a desperate attempt to mask the profound hurt they feel from your departure. Your decisive cutoff shocked them to their core. They believed you would never leave, that you were incapable of thriving independently. They tried to convince themselves, and you, of this falsehood, even though they knew it wasn't true. But now they have learned the hard way. Whether they choose to acknowledge it or not, they know you are doing well. They are not ready to face this reality. They are not ready to face you. They will likely never be. The better you do, the worse they will become, and the more profound their silence will grow over time. It will become increasingly difficult for them to reach you as you maintain no contact and dodge their hoovers. They will feel progressively weaker, eventually ceasing their attempts altogether, recognizing their inability to compete with your level of healing and self-improvement. They will realize they have no chance, no possibility of regaining what they lost. They are trapped in the consequences of their own choices. It's a truly embarrassing situation for them, a source of deep humiliation. They lost someone truly exceptional. They might try to create a replica of you with someone else, but this only creates further problems for them. You are a winner, and they know it. They are not ready to witness your victory because your success signifies their defeat. You did this, you are doing this, you have this. They tried to convince you otherwise, but you have proven them wrong. They are the ones who should feel shame. That shame drives their retreat, their anger, their self-inflicted torment through those ignored Hoover attempts. They brought this upon themselves. They made their choices, and now they must live with the consequences, a painful truth they can't escape, even if they refuse to acknowledge it. They know they are the ones who ran away, professional runners from accountability and truth. They are cowards, weak, and ultimately self-destructive. It is no wonder they choose silence, consumed by shame. They are thriving in their own regret, while you remain unbothered, continuing your journey of healing. I am here with you. Subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you for joining this conversation today. Until next time, stay true, stay blessed, and keep thriving. Their feigned indifference, the charade of being unbothered, the pretense of happiness, it's all a carefully constructed mask, concealing the deep hurt they feel from your departure. They are genuinely shocked, utterly blindsided by your decisive cutoff. This individual genuinely believed you would never leave. They convinced themselves, and attempted to convince you, that you were incapable of thriving independently, despite knowing deep down that this was a blatant lie, a complete mischaracterization of who you are. But now they've messed around and found out, as the saying goes. They've learned the hard way. Regardless of their denial, they are acutely aware of your success. They are simply not prepared to face it, not ready to confront you, not ready for the reality of your post-relationship flourishing. They will likely never be ready. The more you thrive, the more they will decline, and the deeper their silence will become over time. It will become increasingly difficult for them to reach you as you maintain no contact and steadfastly resist their Hoover attempts. They will feel progressively weaker, eventually ceasing their attempts altogether, recognizing their inability to compete with your level of healing and self-improvement. They will understand they have no chance, no possibility of reclaiming what they lost. This chapter is closed irrevocably. They are now left to grapple with the consequences of their choices, a fate they have sealed themselves. It's a truly humiliating predicament for them. They are deeply embarrassed by the loss of someone like you. Anyone in their position would feel a similar sense of shame. They are now desperately trying to replicate you with someone else, a futile endeavor that only exacerbates their internal turmoil. You are a victor, and they know it. They desperately avoid witnessing your triumph because your success is a direct reflection of their defeat. You achieved this. You are achieving this. You will achieve this. They tried to convince you of your inadequacy, that you were incapable of succeeding without them, but you have proven them wrong, resoundingly. Their attempts to diminish you have backfired spectacularly. Their manipulative tactics have been rendered powerless. That's why they have retreated into silence, consumed by anger and self-inflicted torment through those ignored Hoover attempts. They reaped what they sowed. They made their choices, expressed their doubts, and arrogantly believed they knew best. Now they must live with the consequences, a painful reality they cannot escape. They must endure the weight of their actions, a burden made heavier by their internal knowledge of their own culpability. They may avoid taking accountability publicly, but they know the truth. They are runners, professional avoiders of responsibility. They will never openly confess their failings. A narcissist, a coward, a scaredy cat, weak, and ultimately self-destructive individual would naturally retreat into shame and silence. They are now wallowing in regret, while you remain unbothered, continuing your journey of healing. I am here to support you. Subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you for joining this conversation today. Until next time, stay true, stay blessed, and keep thriving.